don't know the power of sci-fi radio.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
We would be honored if you would join us.
All right, it's another Thursday night, which means another Docking Bay 94. Thanks for joining us here on sci-fi.radio. Sci-fi for your Wi-Fi, that's the radio side of things. And it's National Radio Day. Who knew? You could be watching us on Facebook or on Twitch or on YouTube. All of those things are good.
Yeah.
I'm Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
It's Jeff Donoho.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
And thank you for spending your Thursday night hanging out with us. Because, you know, what else you got going on? Actually,
I mean, really, you know.
Thursday turned out to be a pretty busy kind of night. Like, we're like, oh, well, let's do it on Thursday, because not a lot happens on Thursday. And then all sorts of stuff seems to happen on Thursday. So, who knew?
Everything came forward.
Not us. Yeah. My gosh. And Boba-Kit is there. She helps us with our show document and our social media posts and all that kind of great stuff.
Yeah.
Alan has chimed in from Facebook. Hey, Alan.
Woo!
And
there he is.
We're just chilling. Chilling?
Yep.
Yeah,
Is chillaxin still a thing? I haven't chillaxed in a while.
Whatever you want to call it.
Chillaxing is not a thing. Don't. It shows everybody how old you are when you say chillaxing.
Chillaxin.
Chillaxin sounds like something you take if you're stuffed up.
Right. Docking Bay and chill. That's very different. Lara has popped in on the YouTube. Hey, Lara.
Ooh, no.
Always remember to say hi to Chris when you say hi to Laura.
Right. Always say hi to Chris. Hi, Chris.
Yep.
Lord. Alan is here if you guys didn't say hi.
We
the
did.
heck was that?
Okay.
We said hey. Anyway.
Hey.
It's been a week.
Ooh. Holy moly, it's warm.
It says, and I turned off the thing over here, but when I had to reset my clock said it was 82 degrees in this room.
It's not that hot. It was earlier.
I don't know. I think it's still pretty hot. We have a fan going on us, but
man.
But I'm sitting right by the window too.
Right.
So.
Hello, the lady A. Hello.
We're having a heat wave in the western United States.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is supposed to be the super hot day, which means like Death Valley is going to be about 120 degrees, which is crazy. It's supposed to get into the 110s maybe in the San Fernando Valley, where our station is located out of. Colleen and I are near the beach.
Yeah.
We get lucky. We get about 20 degrees less than everybody else is.
Yeah.
So it being 80 something here is not unlikely.
Good Lord.
Still better. What is that?
It was a car.
That was a car?
He's playing a lot of bass.
Wow. It changed the pressure in the room.
Yeah, it did.
That was weird.
So I know we don't usually do this, but I want to talk about something kind of cool for Star Wars that I just stumbled across in Facebook.
Okay.
Vivian Lyra Blair is the model for a company called Heroes and Villains that has a Star Wars line for kids.
She is Baby Leia, right?
She's Baby Leia.
Right.
And it's just adorable, and so I wanted to say that. Unfortunately, when you go to the Heroes and Villains website, it's hard to find this line of clothing.
Oh, okay.
Just in a really quick look, 30 seconds. But it's just, she's adorable, and she's adorable modeling these clothes. That's all.
It's Heroes and Villains?
It's heroesvillains.com. But I'll look for it while you guys talk about what you've been doing and see if I can find the...
Oh, I found at least one picture of her. She is very cute. Here.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll throw this
Whew.
throw this up.
Good gravy.
Real quick.
Woo! Tell 'em Thorn and Dawn. Howdy, howdy.
Hey, y'all.
106 and
Oh,
111.
Lori, too, and Pat.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
The Lady
Ooh,
A
Lori and
is
Pat, too. There we
111.
go. Hi, hi.
There you go. So there's there she is modeling Star Wars clothes.
Just so
as,
cute.
as you would expect.
Yeah.
This is weird. I have the screen just renamed itself.
That's wacky.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. I'm like, it had like 35 capital letter A's across the stuff. Like, what is going on with my software?
Wacky.
Nuts. Anyway, good for her. She's cute. She absolutely loves going to conventions
Does she? Oh, that's
and
fun.
meeting people. She has so much fun meeting
Oh,
fans
that's
at conventions. Yeah, it's really great.
Oh, cute.
I liked her so much as Leia.
I think she did a great job.
So great.
So, and you know, she's as she ages, she's still got that Carrie Fisher kind of vibe.
She
going.
does.
She still has that look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if you guys watch a lot of comedians or not. I was watching Taylor Tomlinson the other day, and she had the full Leia vibe going. There was something about her face that really
Okay.
looked a lot like Carrie Fisher. It was really, really weird. Of course, you know, she's got that level of snark
Okay.
too. I'm sure that didn't help. Didn't hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, really funny. Oh.
All
How
right.
about
So
that?
what have you guys been up to? I know what Sean's been up to because
Right.
I see him all the
You see
time.
me all the time. I did not go to Disneyland this week.
Yeah.
It was my fault. I told him he had to stay home.
Yeah, we have a memorial service this weekend that we're getting ready for. To be fair,
Oh,
our
I see.
our
Gotcha.
house is the cleanest it's been in a very long time.
Wow.
The backyard is presentable, which is pretty nice because my projects have been scattered. We have two parts of the backyard. We have a grass part with a piece of cement that comes off of that used to be like a boat storage landing area that had a gate out the back into the
Okay,
alley.
okay.
And so if you owned a boat, you would bring it up and park it up in there, and it would be great. And it was even like on a slant so that the boat trailer would balance out and that kind of thing. And then there's the driveway part where if you came in from the front of the house, the driveway takes you past the house into the back where the garage is stuck in the far back corner of the lot. And you were supposed to park your car there. I don't know how. This house was built in the 1950s. I don't know how they fit a 1950s era car through the side of the house because those things were huge.
Well,
But
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
We do have a Studebaker in the driveway. We could test it, maybe push it.
right.
We might hit the house
We
with
could.
it.
I guess the Studebaker's not bad, but thinking it like a Chevy or something like that, absolutely huge. So,
Oh, yeah.
so that part, the driveway part, is the part that like I take over, and so many of my old projects and stuff were there. The work tables I have out there, all that kind of stuff, and we got all that cleaned up. It actually looks pretty presentable, which is not too shabby. So presentable enough that I'm not embarrassed that other people will look at it and go, "Dude, really?"
Yeah, the only thing left that I'm embarrassed about is the driveway.
Right, which was the thing that I was supposed to get to.
Uh-oh.
But I'll tell you what happened. In the midst of all of this cleaning and organizing and stuff, our toilet broke. And so our toilet has been in for about 15 years. I think we put it in 2009. And at least that's what the serial number sort of worked out to be, was 2009. So about 16 years. And
Wow.
it's a different type of toilet where instead of just having a ceramic tank that fills with water and then empties when you flush it, inside the tank is this high pressure plastic tank that holds 1.5 gallons, so it's a lower flow toilet flush, and it's highly pressurized. And so I have to tell you, in the time that we've lived in this house, we have never had to snake the plumbing. We've never had any problems with the toilet backing up or anything like that, knocking on whatever the stuff is. And I think it's because of this high pressure toilet thing that just is basically like launching, a torpedo out of a submarine. You get this highly pressurized thing going through the pipes.
Yeah.
So I was completely down to fix the toilet. The company was great. I will completely plug these guys. The guys who made the interiors of the toilet are Sloan. And I called them, and they said, well, it sounds like you have a problem with the cylinder. So we went and got the cylinder and put it in, and it turned out not to be the problem. It turned out to be actually leaking. And they sent us a whole new toilet tank to put in, like for free. They didn't charge us for it at all.
Wow.
So we got it, and I disassembled the toilet, took the old one out, put the new one in, rebuilt the toilet, made it so it wasn't leaking. I put extra things in place to make sure that this wasn't hopefully going to happen again, because they've got some little extra things to add in line, like a pressure valve and things that kind of lower the pressure of the water that's going into it and that kind of thing. I put all of that in place. Everything was working terrific. Finished it all up, and then once I was done, like, my back started to hurt. I started getting like these spasms in my lower back, and so my back is completely out of service for the past few days, and that's what's kept me from cleaning up the side of the house, the driveway, because that's what I was going to do. And like, I can't, I don't sit very well. I'm not sleeping very well, but in terms of like bending over and doing anything, forget it. It's all just the lower muscles in my back. So, it's one of those you're getting old stupid things. But man, what a drag! Because I felt so accomplished with the toilet, and now I'm like, I can't move. So if I'm very stiff here in the chair, that's why I'm like trying not to clobber myself as I move around. I haven't trimmed my beard. I mean, like all the stuff I'm supposed to do. I've done none of it because I'm like, so.
For shame.
So that's a bummer. But the majority of the house
looks
good. So we got a new chair. Put that in.
Okay.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
I need to see it more comfy.
We've spent the past 2 weeks like working really hard at it, and it feels like, to me, it feels like, oh, the house is so much cleaner. But I know that other people who haven't been here before would walk in and be like, oh, these people. So I don't know.
It's it depends. But Colleen's done a lot in terms of like trying to minimize clutter, minimize the collections of things that happen on all the shelves and things. Because basically what we're having is an open house. So our friend John Paulson passed away back in May. You might remember us talking about him. He was a big Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
He was a scout leader. Big family guy, did Renaissance Fair, traveled in many circles, and so we have opened our house to all of those circles. Whoever wants to come and spend Saturday with us, and there will be shanty singing and barbecue and like all that kind of stuff, and we're just going to try to have a very informal celebration of his life.
Kind of like a wake. A cross between a barbecue and a wake.
Right. And of course it's happening several months removed from his actual passing. So it's going to be just super chill and sit around, tell stories, sing songs, that kind of thing.
Super chill during a heat wave.
Right. Yes.
Oh, boy.
So we'll probably
a lot of fans.
End up taking all our fans outside. We do have the benefit, though, of the breeze that comes in off the ocean.
Oh yeah.
And this is both a blessing and a curse. So the wind, there's something about our house being a shorter house where if you go directly behind our house, there's like a cul-de-sac back there that the street like sort of ends.
What?
We get...
There's not a cul-de-sac behind our house.
There's not. There's
an alley.
There's an alley, and then on the other side of the houses, I thought there was another street that ended right there. Does it not?
No.
Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever happens, we get a corridor of wind that blows straight through our house. And it does two things. One, it keeps us reasonably cool. And if we open the back door and the front door, it blows straight through the house. But what it also does is it blows everybody else's trash into our yard. So we don't have trees. We've got a tiny little lemon tree. But we get everybody's leaves that show up. And that's what I spent most of my time cleaning out in the backyard, was like piles and piles of leaves. and we get
Oh, boy.
people's stuff that blows out of their trash cans. Like, we don't have an air conditioner,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm finding air conditioner filters in our backyard and stuff like that. Strange stuff
That's
like
weird.
that. So that's the drawback to it. But
That's pretty weird.
it is
Yeah.
weird. But
Oh man. Hey,
So-
David.
I wanted
Yeah.
to. Don just let us know that Vivian, who is one of the Disnerds, just had baby Genevieve on Friday.
oh my gosh!
So congratulations to Vivian.
Congratulations, Vivian! Holy cow!
Yeah.
That's pretty great. It's cool. Oh, I know what I'm thinking of. The area behind our house, the lot behind us on the other side of the alley is very, very large, and the person back there built a second story on their house, added a second unit back there, and then there's a big like grassy area, and so the wind blows around their second unit and between the houses on the other street and right into our backyard, because there's like nothing there
Okay.
to
Well,
block
yeah.
all of this wind. It's kind of weird.
It's a big tower.
Yeah, if you stand there and you look out the back, it looks like there's a street there, and for some reason in my head I always think that there's a
A cul-de-sac.
cul-de-sac there, because that's what it looks like over our back
I
fence.
walk in the neighborhood a lot, so I'm a little bit more familiar, I think, with the streets around us than Sean is.
Yeah.
A lot. Jeff, what?
Yeah. Oh man. Well, today I wrestled with a bougainvillea, so if you were able to see
Ooh.
my arms, you would see scratch marks all over them.
Scratches.
Oh no.
People
thorns.
probably think you have a
Um,
cat.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I was basically printing it down, and I'm not even done yet. It's one that's right. We didn't plant it. The place we lived in, it was already there. And when we moved in, it was nuts. And I trim it down every so often to be more manageable. But this time, it's just a big. Again, it's a big mess, and I'm trying to keep it from going into Owen's yard and the house behind us, and fun stuff like that. So, that's what I was doing. That's what I've been doing today.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Did you do anything last weekend?
On Friday night, we went to the first night, I guess, for Midsummer Scream in Long Beach,
Oh, fun.
Long Beach, the convention center. Yeah, and it was neat. I think that the price tag's a little high for at least Friday, but it was only like $40, but I think that's still kind of high because you only get like 4 hours. That's all. It goes from like 6 to 10, and then they close. So it's like 4 hours for $40. So you're paying $10 an hour, I guess.
Wow.
But other than that, of course has a massive dealer room and a lot of cool things that I wasn't going to buy, and Rose and Owen and Casey all bought stuff there. I just kind of wandered, and looked at things. I'm like, maybe that, and I didn't bother. But they also had like, I guess you would call them like miniature mazes, little preview mazes of sorts.
Right.
That's fun.
Scare mazes. In one huge area on the next part of the unused part of the convention floor, and they had some pretty good, pretty fun ones. They're pretty neat. For me though, the idea is that I don't get scared at mazes. It just doesn't happen. Probably from working at Knott's, I don't know. But
Right.
I see everything coming, so it's like it doesn't freak me
Yeah.
out or anything. But the thing is that they had a display in the middle, roughly in the middle of the entire, this entire huge floor room that had all the mazes, and it was more like an atmosphere thing of a maze.
Right.
There wasn't anything there to scare you really, but the way they they showed you how, the way they designed and everything was really cool. There was like a dragon sitting up on top of this thing, and there was like little creatures and animatronic ravens and stuff. And it was like, that was cool. That was my favorite thing about the entire night was that little part there.
Did they have the
But then
field of illuminated pumpkins that are all done to? They're all computer controlled, so they do patterns and lights and stuff. It's like a pumpkin patch that like does like the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Oh. I didn't see any of those going. They did have different types of pumpkins, and artists did with like a lot of artists did with like the carve your own pumpkins.
Right.
You know, you get from like Michaels and stuff. They had a lot of that kind of thing going on, and whatever else people made out of fake pumpkin things
in the
themselves,
area,
whatever it is. But
in the area that you're describing, that's like the basically everything in there is a teaser for a larger maze that's going to happen somewhere else in Southern California. And so they come in, they set up these little tiny mazes, and they go, see how cool we're going to be? Now come to the whole full awesome thing. And there was one that like doesn't really set up a maze, but what they do, and maybe they didn't come this year, they basically have all of these crazy computer-controlled pumpkins that do all of these light patterns and stuff. It was like if you did a drone show with jack-o'-lanterns on the ground.
Oh.
And I always
I mean, we didn't see
it.
that. No.
They must have decided not to do it this year.
Boo.
Probably.
You know what's funny is that I was so you say it was in Long Beach, right? Midsummer Square?
Yeah, Long Beach Convention Center, yeah.
Yeah.
So funny because I walked out to go get us some food last weekend at some point and ran into a couple of people waiting at there's a crepe restaurant that only serves crepe out of their little window, so people stand on the sidewalk waiting for it. And they both had bags from Midsummer Scream.
Oh, okay.
So I thought it was like at one of the
Nice.
airport hotels because they all seemed to have just been there.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find some of the dragon one. I took a picture of the dragon at least. There we go. I don't know how good it is, but I'll put that in the chat so you can see it.
Okay. One of
At least that's one of the pictures I got.
the museum that Colleen and I used to live at, they were there and apparently posted a whole bunch of pictures. And let's see. Here's Jeff's photo.
Yeah, there was this guy was here too. Let me see if I can share this to you guys too. And there's a little video I put in the chat if you want to play it like at the end of the show or something. And if I'm not really going to get into it, but yeah, you can see that.
Oh,
but yeah, so those, the little.
There's a big orc.
Later.
Wow.
Yeah. So that guy was there at the little dragon, the one with the dragon display. There was the dragon itself, and I mean, they had a lot of people had really cool stuff going on. It's just like I said, it's all themed. This one was like, I don't know if it was a proof of concept sort of situation with the dragon and this guy, so that you could see what they were doing maybe, and I don't know. But it wasn't like a scare base. It's just, look.
Well, that's fun. I like the not a scare base thing.
Yeah.
I often
skip
one of them,
those. A movie company had one too. Maze.
Yeah, I often skip those because they are. I'm like you. I see everything coming in the maze, and I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought the museum posted some really cool pictures from the thing, but I can't find it. So, well, I give up.
Yeah, Lionsgate. Yeah, Lionsgate had this. The front of it. We didn't go in it because I was like, I don't want to see a bunch of movie stuff.
Right.
But at least the outside of it was kind of cool.
There was a whole D&D thing last time I went.
Yes.
Usually I go with Jerome. He buys VIP tickets because he's nuts, and he's like, "Go with me," and I'm like, "Okay." And so I usually jump in and go with him. And he went up to Worldcon this time, and so we didn't go. But yeah, usually I would have been there like on Saturday or something to check it out. And usually we go to see the haunt equipment. So it's like, let's look at the fog machines. Let's see what the latest and greatest thing that the companies are pushing for your displays, which I think are pretty neat. So
yeah, they had a lot of those. They had a few different places like that have different stuff that you could use for your own whatever you're going to do for Halloween, whatever haunt thing you're going to do for Halloween.
Here's the Lionsgate picture finally showed up. There we go.
Yeah, the Lionsgate, I didn't see. It's like I said, we didn't go into. It was kind of cool the opening, but we didn't bother to go in because I mean, it's just whatever horror movies that Lionsgate puts out. It was basically what was going to be in there. I was like,
And the lines are long for these. It's really funny because like when you go
that
in,
one was the longest.
Yeah, and you go in and like the lines go out and they go around and they do it, and it's like a 45-minute wait to see whatever this experience is. And so, you know, I'm spoiled by not waiting in long lines at Disneyland and stuff.
I mean, there was like a couple like two of the mazes were actually pretty good, and they weren't really like by big groups. Like, you know, here's a big company.
Yeah.
But so it was kind of neat to see, you know, that. But like, there was one that we went in and we went through the whole maze. And we saw whatever vignettes they were doing, or whatever. But possibly because it's a preview,
right?
You know, it's all like all these.
Yeah.
You just come out going, "What the heck was that?" Because you're like, you know, like all these desperate parts stuck together. Like I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
You know, none of it made sense.
Okay. Yeah,
and
I
it's
get
like,
that.
well, this is all the stuff we're doing. I'm like, well.
It's very much like a wax museum when you walk through a wax museum because you like round the corner like, oh, it's Frankenstein, and then you go around the corner like, oh, it's the Ring, and then you go around the corner, you're like, oh, Dracula's here, and it's like they're not really connected to anything. They're just showing you stuff.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's like
I've never been.
And that's a way to do it if you have a building like that. But
yeah. I do want the window at the top of this display, though, but I want to cut it in half and use it on the windshield of my car. It's the TIE Fighter cockpit
those were cool.
looking thing.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Well, right on.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that, like, the mazes that seemed to be made by someone that wasn't, like, a big company.
Yes.
Were actually really good, and the ones that were big companies are like, we're trying too hard.
They're more imaginative. I find. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do a preview of whatever maze you're gonna be doing, maybe just do a scene from that maze.
Right.
If your maze has a long storyline, maybe do a scene from that instead of going, here's a bunch of parts from that maze. So it's just like, what am I walking? What is this? What did that even mean?
But if you do this is the scary surgery or something, you know, then yeah, you like focus on one thing. But I do have a problem with a lot of those things because I see them all coming and stuff. And then I don't know if you ran into this, but this is the thing I ran into at San Diego Comic-Con, which was they don't call them experiences anymore. They called them activations, which is like some marketing doofus has decided that it's called activations. And so, you know, if you went into like the Homelander experience or something, it was like the Homelander activation, and it's like nobody wants to call it an activation except marketing people. Stop it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I really didn't quite get that either.
Dumb marketing people.
It made no sense. I didn't see any of that. That doesn't make it. But
right.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's pretty funny. Well, I'm glad you had fun. It was you and the kids?
It was still pretty fun. I mean, you know, I was just dressed as a Mystery Science Theater jumpsuit. You know, I didn't really want to get all decked out. But I had done did I talk about that yet? Maybe I didn't.
Last Thursday?
Because I wasn't here. Yeah, because I wasn't on the show, right? For last Thursday, or I was on the show for last Thursday.
You were on the show, and then you bailed to go get ready. You told us you were going to dress as Vince Clortho.
Yeah. So I wore that to the Oogie Boogie Bash for cast members.
Oh,
It was a preview night
Fun.
last Thursday,
Sweet.
and if I can find a picture, I should probably be able to post. But that was fun. It had a lot of neat characters. I can talk about that now because they've already done a couple nights of it, aren't they?
The Disney parks are
They
posting
don't
pictures of them already.
Yeah, they don't have Sid anymore. Now they have Syndrome.
Right.
But they did have like others. They had like Maleficent and a bunch of other characters that had their own areas, that you go up to and like see them and whatever. And they still have this. I can't remember what they called it. It's just like a forest area. It's normally where they have like the thing from Up, whatever. It's like the forest. It used to be like a little camp. It's like a
Right.
supposed to resemble the sequoias, so to speak. That area.
It's the area that they do like the confidence course stuff. There's like a kid zip line and a nature trail, and
Exactly. Yeah. So this area, I don't remember what they call it. There's a name for it. But it had basically I say it's more like atmosphere, because like there'll be things that allude to stuff throughout it. So it's not really scary, it's just atmosphere. It's more, if anything, it could be brooding, I guess. I don't know. But it's cool because you go through there and it has all the effects. You've got the fog, you have the lasers, but different things that represent villains. Like, you'll have the Cheshire Cat sort of materializing in a way on rocks, and then that's, the Queen, yada yada. You have the marching hyenas at one place, projected shadows somewhere, and music and such, and so it gives you that whole villain feeling, but it's not a scare thing. There's nothing jumping out or anything like that. It's just more atmosphere to get you, I guess to the most themed thing for Halloween that they've done, in my opinion. I mean, obviously the villains having a setup there at different spots is themed, but it's like the best way to describe it is, say, like if like Knott's Berry Farm, you'll go there and there's mazes, of course, but there's also street areas which have villains and or monsters that come out at you or whatever. But they really theme it. They theme the whole area, and Disney does theme, but like Disneyland isn't really themed, so to speak. It's gonna have pumpkins and stuff, but that's it. Our DCA, I'll have something here and there that has to do with that specific spot, but not the entire place. There's not fog going everywhere. There's not this. There's not certain kind of like chilling music. It's like it tends to be more weird, upbeat Disney Halloween music. So, Villains Cove, Don, yes. But it was still neat. I got to see Doofenshmirtz and
Good.
They're Doofenshmirtz, and he looks okay.
He's very heavily made up.
And he's really trying.
Right.
But he doesn't sound like Dan Povenmire?
Not at all to me. Not anything
what
like
I
it.
have seen,
he's trying though.
What I have seen of him, Jeff does a better Doofenshmirtz than the Doofenshmirtz does.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was still fun to walk in there and see him. He was in the Disney Afternoon building or whatever you want to call that.
Like Disney Junior.
Yeah. Oogie Boogie is in the animation building.
Right.
Hades was around the corner of the back lot. There was like a little stage they used to do in the back lot area. That's where he is.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Judge Doom, he's over by basically kind of like where they used to store like the Rocketeer helmet and props and stuff a long time ago in those bathrooms. Kind of that area. That's where Doom is.
Huh.
But yeah, like it's a lot there. But they had I think they had like 12 or 14 or something villains you could see. We didn't get to see Ernesto de la Cruz and that other one that we missed, but kind of saw the rest. We either like walked up close to see them, or we just kind of went by and took a picture. But yeah, also they gave us a little bag,
Okay.
Shopping bag or sorts. It's not very huge. It's a little bigger than a lunch bag. And they give you candy throughout the entire thing. And mine was full. My my candy was completely full by the end of the night. I was like, I don't want to go to the station for trick or treat because I got too much already.
That's nuts.
Yeah. They also handed out water at different places. Like they had hydrations. They just give up people water, and I don't know if that's going to be a thing, or if you're there for the night, for like the actual night, or if it's or not. But they only had like about 3 or 4 rides open. And the only one we went on was the Mission Breakout one, which is after dark.
Right. Which actually, if you're not going to Oogie Boogie and you happen to be there at about the time they're kicking everyone out, you can actually go on the ride and experience it without being at the Boogie Bash, which I find to be really interesting. Yeah. But yeah, they do change up the entire ride because it's just video. They change up the entire ride to be like a Part 2 spooky sequel. Yeah. So it was fun. The other rides we didn't manage to go on, but they had a few other rides that I didn't think we needed to because they weren't really Halloweened up, so to speak. Mm-hmm. They had a churro cart and something else to get food at, and there was like one shop, I think. Really?
Open. And that was just because it was cast members.
Oh, so
during Oogie Boogie nights, there's a lot more open during the guests thing.
Well, and I imagine that you were there to beta test everything. So
pretty much, yeah. And it was neat. I had fun, Did a lot of walking.
Always important.
Yeah.
I said that was important.
Yeah. I went with one of my fellow cast members, and we had a lot of fun. She dressed as Zool, and I was Vince. We just wandered around and had fun and saw all this cool stuff.
So, like Zool or Gozer?
No, Zool.
Oh, okay.
So basically,
the Dana red dress.
Yeah. So Gordon. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun, and people were like, oh, I love your costumes.
Very cool.
Don, are you talking? Don is mentioning Oogie Boogie nights, and I would imagine that he's talking about like last year.
Yes.
And he says he brought a large plastic shopping bag, which he stowed in a locker. Every time the little bags filled, he'd empty it into the locker. That's funny.
Because now we know Don is a candy hoe.
Or he's getting his supply for handing out to trick-or-treaters.
A lot of people do that. That is very, very common. People take the candy that they get and then they hand it out. Yeah. That's really funny. He said
Wait
yes.
A minute, yes to which one, Don?
Right. Yes, he's a candy hoe. That's like, hey, while we're talking about Disney, I want to jump in before I forget about this. A friend of ours who's a cast member at Disney, she has done all sorts of stuff there. She's working PhotoPass, I think, right now. When Galaxy's Edge was first opened, she came in and she helped me out with a couple who had been in a car accident on their way to Disneyland from Palm Springs. They came from England. They went to Palm Springs.
Oh.
On the way to Disney, they got in a car accident. Like, the guy broke his collarbone. The girl broke her arm. But they didn't want to miss Galaxy's Edge because they didn't know when the next time they were going to get to California would be. She
Yeah.
hooked them up, and I volunteered as a Sherpa to carry all their stuff along with another friend. And
Yeah.
she led us around, giving these people a terrific experience. And also,
cool.
talking over the course of the evening, she would not drop the Galaxy's Edge wrapper. So anything that she talked about had to be in universe. Even though she wasn't dressed in universe, she's like, I'm in Galaxy's Edge and we're going to do Galaxy's Edge. Anyway, so Sarah
Nice.
is absolutely amazing. She has been nothing but lovely. I am always excited to see her when I happen to run into her in the park. And she just got, as of Tuesday, so like 2 days ago, she got one of the Disney cast member blue name tags. And if you don't know what the blue
Cool. Yes, I know.
the blue
I
name
don't.
tag is, I know you do, Jeff. I'm explaining it for everyone else. The blue Disney name tag. If you ever see anybody in the park wearing one, they have received the Walt Disney Legacy Award. This is given from cast members to cast members as people who truly epitomizes the ideals of Walt Disney and the parks, and really just represents every single day what the Disney legacy is. So to get one of these is like a really tremendous thing. It's like a regular name tag, except it's blue. It says Dream, Create, and Inspire on it. And instead of the year pin at the top, where you get one for like 1 year of service, 5 year of service, 10 year of service, this has a pin that has Mickey that says Legacy on it. And it's absolutely an honor to get, and I'm really excited for my friend that she got it. I'm showing you a picture of the badge now and what that looks like. So if you ever see anybody in any Disney park with one of these, they are people who continuously go above and beyond what is expected of people there in the parks. So and have been nominated by the people they work with to get this. So it's pretty amazing. Anyway, she's been there for quite some time.
One of the guys on Nemo has that. His name's Andy, and he has one. So he was nominated some time ago, I guess, for that. Got it. So
yeah, I talked to someone who got one about 15 years ago. He's still working at the park.
Yeah.
He actually used to work in the hotel, and he got it for service to guests at the hotel. And then he ended up working in DCA over at the Chamber of Commerce, which is their version of City Hall. And Judy and I stopped to ask him some questions and things. And I was wearing a kilt, so we had a long talk. He was from Ireland. He was from Dublin. And his name was Paul. Absolutely terrific guy. And it was really, really very cool. So anybody with a blue badge is like, they're worth your time for sure. And anyway, I just wanted to say congratulations to her. I don't think she's listening to the show at all, but she's
That's awesome.
she was as surprised as anybody to get it, and
that's
congratulations are in order for sure. So because she's just a lovely person. Colleen and I have been at the park, and she's run over and made like a special stop to say hi to us, and she was also one of the people in Galaxy's Edge who took us around and gave us the lore tour.
That was awesome.
And said, this is the lore of the land. So many of the things that I know about Galaxy's Edge came from her kindness, and the tour she gave us when Galaxy's Edge was new.
I feel like that was the first time I had been when she did that.
I think so, too. And basically what she did is she gave us, like, whatever the background information from the employee guidebook was on Galaxy's Edge. She basically just did a full dump. She's like, you guys would appreciate this.
Okay.
Which is great. So anyway, I'm just really happy for her that she
That's awesome.
got her thing. Yeah. So.
Yay. Is that it?
And
for... No more.
I sent sorry, I sent a couple pictures. So, but the last one I sent was of myself and Elizabeth from
From the Oogie Boogie.
the
Preview?
Oogie Boogie.
Oh, okay. Hang on,
Yeah.
let me grab those. There we go. So here's
Yeah.
here's Maleficent. Hey, none of that.
Yeah.
Maleficent is pretty good. That looks exactly like the one I designed for Disney and that we built as a costume for Barbie. It makes me laugh, totally, because she's
Oh, it could be. I never know.
completely dead on. No, this was like a costume that Barbie was on. This is Agatha Harkness.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think she's normally sometimes shows up in the park, but yeah.
very cool. And she looks like she's
But
over
there's
in
a
Doctor Strange's area.
yeah. Yeah. There's a ton of them. I mean, I could put a bunch here, but I just wanted to send a couple. But
Right.
you can see, like, I think that's supposed to be the Sandersons, but they weren't there.
They
when
weren't
we
there
arrived.
yet.
We got that.
Yeah, that
Got a
does
picture of
look
that.
like their thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could tell exactly
Yeah.
where in DCA that is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And here's Doofenshmirtz. That's a lot of makeup
Yeah.
for that
It
guy.
is.
Yeah.
Unless it's just like one big
Yeah.
slip over mask, which would probably be better.
Like, could be.
That's
yeah.
what I used to do for the goblins at Labyrinth and Jareth, and that looks like it could be one of those. But
Yeah.
that's pretty funny. He looks like a conehead. He's
Yeah.
got a pretty cool innator though. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Um, Oh, there you go. Right on. So there's.
I
there's
think
you
he did
guys.
a good job.
Hey,
Yeah.
and your
Nice.
glasses are still working.
Yes. I made sure before I left. Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, we.
Now, did
yeah.
she already have that costume, or did she put that together
Sorry.
specifically for this?
I believe she got one and then altered it a bit so that
Okay.
it was like how she wanted it.
Great.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Well, I'm glad you guys
Yeah.
had fun.
Yeah.
And way too much candy.
It was
Right.
awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh,
But now
boy.
you're stocked up
Tons
for
of it.
Halloween,
Yeah.
if it lasts that long.
Oh, yeah,
Open
we'll,
candy.
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah.
The thing is like when we buy Halloween candy, I try desperately to wait as long as possible to buy it so that we won't have the temptation, and then I hide it
Right.
because once one of those bags is open, it's all over.
I
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah.
I saw
That's true.
something that I want to get before Halloween this year, which is it's a little ring counter that you wear on your finger, and every time you tap it, it goes up one. And I want to get one of those to count how many kids come to the house. Because we always say we're going to
yeah.
do that. It's only like $10 or something, and I'm like, oh, that would be cool.
It's hard to pass that
Yeah.
off, though, isn't it?
Huh?
Is it
Yeah.
hard to pass that off? Because a lot of times we switched off.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I figured one or the other of us would have to go up and go, hey, I just gave out 5 kids.
Oh, okay.
Add them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
right
cool.
on.
Okay. Well, yeah.
All right, so should we start with
Ouch.
Star Wars, or is there more?
I think that's
I,
everything.
that's it for me for the time being. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the time being.
Dun, dun, dun. He was not at the Boogie Bash.
Oh,
I like the
Yeah,
Boogie
not
Bash.
really,
I just
no.
don't want to spend the extra money to go.
No, it's the cheapest. Like the cheapest one is like $153. It's
Right?
insanely
And
expensive.
that's the
Wow.
thing that makes me sad because we went with you guys and we enjoyed it. We had a really good time hanging out with you guys, and then it was just kind of a like going now. The prices are like just so high that I'm like, I don't want to go.
I know they skyrocketed on Anna.
Yeah.
It's just insanely expensive now
Oh well.
to do that.
Well, I'm glad that you got to experience
yeah.
it as a cast member.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, totally.
All right, what do we got for Star Wars?
Oh, Star Wars news. Okay, our first one, we have like 4 birthdays. So we have August 20th, 1915 is when George, I'm going to say Russos
Mm-hmm.
for his last name, was born. And George actually worked on Marvel Star Wars when it was around, and then before the acquisition. And then he worked also on droids for the Star Wars comic droids from '86 as well. And then of course he did early work with like Bob Kane and Jack Kirby and whatnot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He worked on Flash Gordon
So,
and the Lone Ranger and the Phantom.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yes. Yeah. For the most part, he was a colorist for the Star Wars stuff, but yeah,
Right.
yeah, and he did all the inking too. So I think he did his own stuff, not just inking and coloring though.
And he worked on EC Comics, so he did like Tales from the Crypt and Weird Science and horror comics. Wow, that's great.
Yes, sir.
When did he pass away? On 19. It doesn't.
Oh, he
say.
passed away in 2000.
2000. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
The second one we have his birthday on August 21st, 1929. It's when Mary Severin was born. Another comic book artist, penciler inker and colorist, worked on Marvel Comics as well, and Droids and Ewoks. And then worked for let's see, what is this? Pizzazz? Yeah. Something called Pizzazz.
That's funny.
I guess it's like a comic series. But yeah.
Well, and what was funny
Nice work, though.
is that I don't think Marie Severin used her name like as Marie Severin. I think she used like M Severin or something. And so like I think everybody thought she was a man.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's got stuff like she worked on like I guess Thor and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. There's a comic of that, and like, but I'd say let's see here.
She
I guess she was like a fashion designer beforehand, or
well,
something.
and she was working on Wall Street
Designer before
actually, and her brother hijacked her and said, "Please come help me. I need help." And this was for EC Comics, and she started doing like romance comics over at EC. And she had studied color theory, so that like made her really, really excited, and she worked directly for like William Gaines, which is pretty amazing. And he also William Gaines also went over to Mad Magazine, and
gotcha.
Because Marie was really like sort of a forthright Catholic, any panel she didn't like that she thought was in bad taste, she would color in really dark colors so you couldn't see what was going on.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Very cool.
But yeah, she did a lot of work, so not just that DC and Marvel stuff in addition to that, in addition to Star Wars Marvel. So she did a lot of work. Pretty cool. Mostly colorist. Let's see here. Next one on the list is August 19th, 1946. That's when Christopher Malcolm was born. He's the one in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. He's like, we found them. And he's
we
flying
found them.
Snowspeeder. Yeah.
He was also in Highlander, and if you remember Highlander, he was the super tough Marine guy who was driving through the streets and was going to get involved in the Castigear fight with the Kurgan, and he got stabbed and he ended up in the hospital. He was a really tough-looking Marine kind of guy, which was pretty cool. What a great part that was.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. So, this is a lot of stuff. He had worked on a lot of things. I saw something about where did that go? Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oh, that's something else. Oh, never mind. There was something else out there. I thought it was. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he was in one of the 007s.
Oh, right on.
But it was the weird one.
Never say never again.
Say never again.
Yeah, that is. I knew exactly what you meant when you said the weird one.
Yes. Yeah. So that's kind of
the non-broccoli film.
But he had a lot of other parts. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Next one, the last one is author Greg Bear, who was born on August 20th, 1951. For Star Wars, pardon me. For Star Wars, he wrote a book called Rogue Planet, and that's basically between Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and it's an adventure with little kid Anakin and Obi-Wan, and they go off to some planet. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of fun. Never read it.
Yeah.
He worked with all sorts of people.
It is. It's yeah.
He wrote books with David Brin and Greg Benford, including a bunch of prequel novels to Isaac Asimov's Foundation trilogy.
Oh, see, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, his book now. Of course, the book that he wrote for Star Wars is now Legends book because it's not canon anymore, I guess. Whatever.
Yes,
or if it ever was to begin with.
And actually, I should take the time out. Actually, I will do this. I will do this a little later because there's a video involved. There is a Legends convention coming up in the middle of next month that our friends are working on. Are you going, Jeff? Do you have plans to go?
That's my plan. For at least one of the days, I'm planning to go. I think it was like the first day or something, but yes.
Okay, because I mentioned that last week I went out to the desert. Jeff was going to join me, and he didn't make it because work kept him a little too long. But I went out to the desert, and they shot this whole video of Legends stuff, which was pretty amazing. And the video came out like today. But it's called Legacy Expo, and we'll talk a little more about it after the top of the hour, I think.
Yeah. And the three last Star Wars histories, which I can kill in less than 3 minutes here. August 20th, 1973, George signed the memo to get the deal with Fox to write and direct Star Wars, and of course, the unwritten sequels and all that fun stuff. August 16th, 2002, is when Big Rock Ranch opened, Lucasfilm.
Excellent. That was where the lawyers were all supposed to be put. They changed their mind.
Gotta stick them somewhere.
Right.
And last but not least, August 15th, 2008. That's when the first and only animated Star Wars movie opened in theaters, which was sort of that conglomeration of a couple episodes of the Clone Wars.
Right. I was in Houston when they had a premiere of that for the Ronald McDonald House at Johnson Space Center. It was the first event they had me out for, and they're like, "You're staying for the movie, right?" And I'm like, "You didn't tell me there was a movie." And they completely blew my mind by taking my ticket, getting on the phone, rescheduling me to leave Monday, and letting me stay for the movie. They were awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I like, it was a strike mission for me. I was like, my job here is done at 5. I'll be at the airport at 8. I'll just head home. And they're like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Did you see that in theaters?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
I do remember seeing it. Yeah.
And it was a big change
odd,
from the 2D animated ones, which were the only ones we'd had at that point. And I should mention, too, about Big Rock Ranch, that so it was set up for admin and lawyers, and they were all going to do it. And it's absolutely a beautiful location, by the way. It's this really great mission-style building that's surrounded by water. It has its own Yoda statue, like they do up at the Presidio. And it's just gorgeous. It's like up in green rolling hills, and it's very beautiful. And lots of glass everywhere.
Nice.
So if you want to see this, if you want to go see Big Rock Ranch, and you like wine, you can take a Skywalker wine tour that they do up there. You can go up there, and you can do a wine tasting and that kind of thing. And that is at Big Rock Ranch. And they serve you wine that is Skywalker Ranch wine, because they have a vineyard up there, and they make their own wine. They make their own olive oil too,
Oh.
and maybe vinegar. They've got some other stuff like that they make up there, and that's grown at at Skywalker Ranch, and then they serve it over at Big Rock Ranch, and it's it's super super cool. And so it's a thing that if you like wine and you want to go do a wine tasting, you can go see Big Rock Ranch. It's kind of worth it. I don't like wine, so not so much for me. But it's pretty neat, to be sure.
Cool. We're at the top of the hour.
We are indeed. This is Docking Bay 94. You are listening to us on National Radio Day over on sci-fi.radio, sci-fi for your Wi-Fi. That's a URL. You can plug in sci-fi.radio, get a schedule for all the shows that are up there, read the nerd news that's up there as they talk about trailers and movies and various things happening in the sci-fi community, including the recently announced Hugo Awards, which always happen at Worldcon just this past weekend, things like that. So do check in with that. And also, they're listener supported. So if you're feeling generous and you click on the Patreon, you can throw a couple dollars their way, and that keeps them on the air. They're not a pirate radio station. We license all our music. So, and of course, I do their morning show in the morning from 9 to 11 every morning, Monday through Friday. So you could do that. You could also be watching us on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch. We're very grateful for however you happen to do that. And all sorts of people chimed in over here. Budala and Dawn and I know Eric was here, and Kit and Kelly and Lori and all sorts of cool people. Been hanging out. Pat. So Alan. And Lara and Chris.
Young's here somewhere too.
Right. Sweet. Anyway, so thanks for hanging out with us. We got one more hour to go.
Alrighty.
I was mentioning that that convention that was at Legends Con, I think is the Legacy. LegacyExpo.com is what it is. And let me make sure that's right. Expo.com. And that's basically, if you like the books of Star Wars, that's where you can go see them. And there is this video. I'm going to run this video. And apologies if it's not like super exciting on the radio. I don't know if there's like dialogue or just text. But this is what we shot out in the desert.
Observation, another meat bag.
Yeah, you got a cute little video there that features a lot of cosplayers. All went out to the desert in 105-degree heat. The event itself is at the Burbank Airport Marriott Convention Center, and it's happening in the middle of the month of next month. So it's pretty cool. And it won't give me the actual information. I hate when that happens. LegacyExpo.org is where you can go to check out the dates and stuff. But anyway, it's a fan-run convention, which is why we're taking the trouble to bring it to your attention, because it's all people who really like nerdy stuff, and the what is now the Legends selection of books and things like that. So it's I was I did a panel last time about the comic books, which was really great. And so we had all sorts of really great comic book authors and folks that I got to moderate the panel on, and I had a good time. I don't know if that I'm doing anything this time around, and I don't know if they want the cars. We had our cars on display last time, but
I know.
I feel like it's kind of snuck up on them just a little bit. So we'll have to look into it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cool. So theme parks, right? Let's see.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So Oga's that Disneyland is canceling a bunch of things, and or rather canceling a bunch of processes. One of them is that there will be no more reserved seating at Oga's, which is kind of disappointing actually, because I know that for Sean's birthday this year, we made a reservation for Oga's, and it was nice to be able to bypass waiting in that long line in the heat, and just wait in the shade. And then when we called our name, we got to sit down, which I've only ever sat down in Oga's twice. This was one of the times.
Right.
But when we did go, the service was such that I was like, I don't know if I'd ever need to come here again.
It wasn't the best.
Honestly, I don't drink alcohol, so there's not a huge draw for me anyway. But
it's mostly just atmosphere and hanging out. But when they clear your drinks before you're done with them and things like that, it's kind of rude.
Yeah.
The drawback to this is I feel like the Oga's reservation system was one of the few reservation systems that actually worked well. You can register for one, you get it, you got it, and you could still do walk-up. They still allowed for that. But, it had the least number of problems with it, I feel, because a lot of the other reservation systems have difficulties. And I think... But, if they decide that this isn't the thing you need to do anymore, I guess that's it.
And then
maybe if they got around to building that restaurant.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
The sit-down restaurant.
Yeah, I would like that.
Well, and the other thing that Disney has been doing with the virtual queue and the registration system, they've been trying it out with Magic Key swag. So this past week, they had a Magic Key bag, like a tote bag, that you could register to get. And they also have a Cusco poison sipper that you can get. And to get both of these things, you need to get a virtual queue reservation so that you can go pick it up at a certain time. I don't know how well that's working. I'm hoping that they are minimizing the amount of these things that you can buy. I think the tote bag was a freebie, and I think they're limiting it to one per person, which is great. And the poison sipper thing, I think, is a purchase, and I know that they're probably all over eBay right now. And cast members were likely. Cast members were like, "Are you going? Can you get me one? You have a Magic Key." And I'm like, "I didn't go this week." So they're probably
Sorry.
all done already. I had talked to someone. I'm like, yes, I'm going tomorrow, and then I didn't go tomorrow. But the Cusco
Good grief, Chris.
sipper thing
Yeah.
was from
Oh
the
my
Emperor's New Groove, and
Oh, it sounds like Eric got one of the bags.
that's good.
He said the reservation went fine, no issues.
Yeah, I kind of wanted one of the bags. I didn't care about the sipper because I'm not a huge Emperor's New Groove thing, but these bottle sippers, which light up, are going for like $70 easy,
Excuse me.
which is strange. Or conversely, $36 and $10 shipping, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
60,
Yeah.
70.
Oh, hey, Matt's listening too. Hey,
So-
Matt. He's watching, actually.
And people will sell absolutely everything. Somebody's selling those freebie cards that you get with your Magic Band from the park. They've got like a set of 5, and they're like, I'll sell these to you for $20.
Oh, of course.
Ugh,
I
Right.
shouldn't have thrown mine
Yeah.
away.
you guys.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean
Yeah.
they're getting them.
Susan is watching, if you didn't see that, and also Chris, who's just endured 170 degrees today.
117. Where does Chris enjoy the pool that it's 117?
I thought
Clearly
I
somewhere
want
in
to
the
say
desert.
out by Lancaster too, but I'm not sure.
Ugh,
Chris
gross.
could confirm that one.
That's
Really?
awful.
I
That's
remember where he said.
really gross.
When I was in Palm Springs during like I don't know the second year of COVID or something like that, there was a heat wave the week we were there, and it was over 120 degrees in my car. It was like 123 or 4 or something like that.
Wow.
Insane.
Miserable.
It's it's
Chris,
I would stay in the pool too.
Well, yeah, we know where the.
That's
well,
not
we got-
helpful,
we got where the pool
Chris.
is.
That's not helpful, Chris.
Chris, when I said, "Where are you at the pool?" that it's 117, Chris said, "In my backyard, in my pool." Duh.
Yeah. Geographically on a map. It's like
Awesome.
all right.
Okay, and then the other thing that Disneyland is dumping is early entry for hotel guests. So previously, if you were, or up until, I think it's up until January 6th
It's
or
like
something like that.
January 5th, I think, is when they're doing it.
If you stayed in an on-property hotel, so Pixar Place, Disneyland Hotel, or Grand Californian, you could get early entry to one of the parks on certain days. So, like, if you were there on Tuesday it might be California Adventure, and Wednesday it might be Disneyland. I don't know whether they did it 7 days a week or whatever, but they're ending that, and instead of that, they're giving people one Fast Pass. Or whatever it is they're calling Fast Pass now.
It's the Lightning Lane Multi-Pass is what they're...
It's a multi-pass, but you only get one.
One per room, right.
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 Well, no, you get one... Is it... But all of the people in your room get to get on that ride, right?
I don't know.
I would think so.
I would hope so.
My goodness.
But,
Well, I mean, how Lightning Lane works is you have to have everybody has to have their own pass attached to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Lightning Lane Multi-Pass. We said that already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. One Lightning Lane entry for an available attraction of their choice.
So it must be each person in the room gets to go on
one ride.
So, like, if it's...
Yeah.
Space Mountain is on the list of things that is a choice.
Right.
Everybody in the room has to go on Space Mountain.
Right.
And they probably have to all be there at the same time.
Yeah, it'll all be attached to whatever ticket they have into the park.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you
At the same
can,
time.
there's quite a list of rides that you can go on.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland, Astro Orbiter, Buzz Lightyear, Astro Blasters, Monorail, Dumbo, Carousel, Mad Tea Party, Mr. Toad's, Peter Pan, Pinocchio, Snow White, Space Mountain, and Star Tours. The adventure continues. It's interesting that you can't do the
and so here's the thing.
Rise of the Resistance.
It is one lightning lane entry for the entire length of your stay.
Right.
You
So
don't
if
get
you're
one
if you're
per
staying
day.
5 days, you only get one
Yeah.
entry,
That's
which is kind of a bummer.
really
because
crappy perk.
Yeah, the
Find
the
the good ride, I guess.
yeah, but I mean, like, they're if you pay for one night in a hotel, you get the same as if you pay for 5 nights. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
And they
That's
said
not
in
cool.
the article that we linked to that the reason they changed it is because people weren't really using the early entry.
Oh.
Yeah, I
see people in the early entry at every time when I'm there.
I
That early.
have not
Good
heard
grief.
that. I know a lot of people take advantage of early entry,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what a load of crud.
and
Yeah.
it's a huge.
I
perk.
wonder if they just didn't want to pay for an extra hour of those rides being open.
Yeah, me too,
Because
Eric.
that's probably a lot.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's
Maybe what they really mean is
Lame.
that not enough people were using it to justify the amount that it costs for them to do it.
well, if
Yeah.
this was an incentive to get people to stay at the hotel, and they're getting rid of it, this other thing, the lightning lane thing, is
That wouldn't
not.
be an incentive.
It's not an incentive at all.
Yeah.
So forget it.
No.
Well, apparently,
if you were getting
Chris Fabo says that Universal Premium Resort guests get express pass for the entire length of stay.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, and Jeff and I, we went to Universal very recently, thanks to the kindness of a friend who works there, and so we got to enjoy it with our only financial outlay was $35 for parking, which I paid. So we didn't have to pay to get in. We had to do that kind of stuff. Because once you've done Universal, you're kind of good for a while.
You have to pay for food.
It doesn't. We didn't pay for food, but but in terms of like attractions, we didn't pay to get in, and once you've done Universal, it doesn't have a big replay value for me. It's like I did it, and now I
not
can,
for me, yeah.
unless they open something really amazing in the next couple of years, I don't need to go back for a while. Whereas Disney seems to have a higher replay value for their stuff.
Mhm.
But Universal offers lower cost annual passes, which get people coming back to just hang out at like Hogwarts or whatever. And I know people who do that. And yeah, their hotels are not like as fancy as the Disney hotels, but they're sufficient, and offering perks there makes sense. And they have to compete with Disney, but it's getting easier for them because Disney just keeps jacking up the prices, and they're like, we'll have to try as hard to do it because it's too expensive for people to go to Disney. Six Flags Magic Mountain is offering a pass right now that's good to the end of the year. It's $7 a month, I think, for this pass. And if you are a traveler, it is good at every single Six Flags park in the country.
Wow.
So if you're traveling around and you want to hit up other Six Flags parks, this is a deal.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same as the Knott's Berry. It's also good for Knott's Berry Farm, most likely, because it's the same company.
That owns Six Flags? Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, didn't they
Cedar
buy
Fair.
them a couple
Cedar
years
Fair and Six
ago?
Flags.
Yeah,
the same
I'd
company.
have to check and see. They didn't mention it. They just said all Six Flags parks. So I don't know if that's
Oh.
Six Flags or Cedar Fair.
I bet
parks.
that's the Six Flags.
Yeah, because if you can get the special pass at Knott's, that'll get you into all of them. It just
Really?
costs a lot more. So you can go to Six Flags or Cedar
Wow.
Fair parks. It's just real expensive. Like
Yeah,
their price went up quite a bit.
An all park pass, but it doesn't say. It says access to all legacy Six Flags locations.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All the old ones, yeah. Yep.
It says a 2026 Six Flags Gold or Prestige Season Pass includes Knott's Berry Farm as part of the expanded Most Valuable
go.
Pass sale.
Wow.
Offers access to over 40 Six Flags and Legacy Cedar Fair parks for a limited
There you
time
go.
after the merger. So there you go.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
anyway, other
That's a
theme
deal.
parks are jumping in with better deals than Disney's got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
All right, Sean, you want to take on the rest in peace section?
Surely. We've lost a few people this week. Ernesto Barajas, lead singer of Enigma Norteño, was fatally shot in Mexico at the age of 38. He'd been getting death threats and whatnot, and somebody has apparently followed through on that. He was killed on Tuesday in a parking lot, which is pretty terrible. We had Brent Hines passed away at the age of 51. He's was a guitarist of the group Mastodon. He was killed in a motorcycle crash on Wednesday night in Atlanta.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
he was
That's a bummer.
struck by a BMW SUV, which was a bummer. But he was co-founder of Mastodon back in 2000, and he left the band just earlier this year over some contentious stuff. So kind of a sad way to leave that. Tristan Rogers passed away at the age of 79. He was a longtime soap opera star. He played Robert Scorpio on General Hospital and a whole bunch of other stuff. He's been fighting lung cancer for a while, despite never having been a smoker. And so he played the same part on his soap opera over the course of 45 years. Australian actor, and had no idea how big the show he was signing on for actually was. He got cast in 1980 for a 2-day part, and they kept bringing him back, which is kind of amazing. We lost Terrence Stamp at the age of 87. Of course, you will know him as villain General Zod in the original 2 Superman films. And he was in Adventures Priscilla, Queen of the Desert as Bernadette, which was really quite a change up for him to be doing this part in drag. Was pretty crazy. He was in Valkyrie. He was in Far From the Madding Crowd. Long career. And of course, he was in Star Wars as Chancellor Valorum in the prequel films. And so he was the leader ousted by Palpatine through a vote of no confidence, which was really a bummer. And then a guy that you may or may not have ever heard about, Joe Karoff, passed away at the age of 103, just like a day before he turned 104. And he was a graphic designer who did a lot of movie posters and stuff. He did The Last Tango in Paris. He did Manhattan. He did A Hard Day's Night for the Beatles. Rollerball. West Side Story was a big one for him. He did the sort of brickwork typography with the fire escape hanging off the side of it.
Okay.
The dancers on it. A Bridge Too Far, Death of a Salesman, Brighton Beach Memoirs, Last Temptation of Christ. And probably most importantly, he was the guy, when doing posters for the first James Bond movie for Dr. No, he needed a little something to fill up some space. And so he, having read the script and having understood what James Bond character was, he decided to add a 007 to the poster. and deciding that was a little too boring and thinking that the 7 kind of looked like the handle of a pistol, he added the pistol design to the 7, and that became James Bond's logo for 60 years. He was largely forgotten about
Nice.
by the Broccoli's until his 100th birthday, when they sent him a watch engraved in appreciation for having contributed that. But at the time he did it, he got $300 for the design, $300 for the finished product, and no residuals. So
Oh,
Yeah.
boo.
all he got from that
What the heck
was
is
the
that
ability
about?
to create, to claim that he did one of the most famous pieces of typography in movie history. Anyway, super amazing guy, working right up until the end, and making it to 104, like the day before 104. Absolutely crazy. So
Damn.
sad to hear it, because he wasn't Drew Struzan. He wasn't on that level of like portrait painting and stuff like that. He was on the typography side of things, and what he was able to do with type was amazing. And in fact, he was so good that most people thought that what he did do was Saul Bass instead, who was known for that same kind of typography and credits and things like that. And so very frequently the work that he did was credited to someone else, and he had so low of an ego, he never bothered to correct anybody. He's just like, whatever. Pretty
Aw.
funny. Anyway, that's who we lost
That's
this
a
week.
bummer.
Some really good people. And there's a documentary, by the way, of Joe Caraff, and that you can watch. I'm not sure where to find it right now, but it'll tell you everything about his life. It's got a great. It's called By Design, the Joe Caraff story. It came out in 2022, and TCM was airing it. So it talks about his design theory and how he can make typefaces exciting, which he certainly did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Oh man.
Jeff, what would you like to talk about?
I just put the link in our show chat,
Uh-huh.
at our show Facebook chat. But I really like the TV show. I know there are people that don't. Even some of my kids weren't too big fans of it, but I love the She-Hulk TV show.
Yes.
That they did.
We
It
Same
was,
here.
I loved every episode. It was so funny and it was great. And there's a rumor, and I don't really like doing rumors, but this is a rumor that She-Hulk could return and could be in Avengers Doomsday. And I'm like, well, that is a possibility. You never know. That she is a Marvel character now, MCU. But the thing that also is intriguing about the entire thing, and it may not even happen that she even shows up Doomsday, but if we go back to the comic books, for a little while, She-Hulk was part of the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
She was a member of the Fantastic Four. So, if anything, I'm hoping that she joins up with them or sees them, or whatever happens with that sort of situation. Because it's MCU, it's not going to be exactly the same as the comics, but some sort of connection that they do.
Do me a quick favor, Jeff. Look in your message that you sent in our chat and make sure you pressed enter, because it didn't show up.
It didn't?
Unless you sent it a while ago.
Yeah. Was it
Oh
before
last
you
dear,
thing
I
we
sent to
see
the
is
wrong.
top and 11.
No, here you go. Here you go. I know what
Hey,
happened.
there it
There it
is.
is.
Okay, great.
Anyway,
Thank you.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, but yeah, it was that I'm not like I said, not a big fan of rumors, but when it's about some stuff that I really like, which is like, She-Hulk, which I thought was amazing.
I really enjoyed it. A lot of
yeah.
people had an absolute cow over it, and they're like, "That's not She-Hulk,"
Yeah.
and that's what's with all this stupid stuff, and why is it so funny, and blah blah blah. Like, people got so upset. I thought it was great. I thought Tatiana Maslany, because I can't talk, was perfect casting.
Yeah,
Maslany, thank you.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro. I thought she was perfect casting. and it was so much fun, and it didn't take itself seriously, especially like the whole ending thing
Exactly.
with Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was great. It was so comic book that it was perfect. So
Yeah.
people need to get over.
And it
themselves.
even did and it did stuff that the comic book does as well. The comic book broke the fourth wall just like she does in this one, and
Always.
messes with
Yeah.
how everything's happening in her universe, just like the show did.
Right.
You know, so that was like perfect. They just they nailed it. You know, I think my kids just didn't really care for some of the CG. They thought it was they didn't like it very well. Didn't think it was very good.
It looked a little rushed in
didn't
some
bother me.
spots, but yeah, it didn't bother me either.
Yeah.
I think every show like that has its problems. There's a lot that I liked about Moon Knight, but some of their shots like really needed to be massaged a little more. So, yeah, there was a bunch of different ways to go with that.
I would like to mention that Spaceballs 2 has some new casting news, and that is that Chris Candy is going to, as they say in the headline, fill his dad's paws to play Barf in Spaceballs 2. And it seems like good casting. I don't know Chris Candy's work at all, but he sure looks just enough like his dad for it to probably be emotional when you see this. Although he's not showing up in IMDb yet as a cast member.
Yeah.
Does he have other credits?
You know, I didn't look him up. I only looked up that. Let me look. Where did it go?
Because he's not a guy that I know.
Chris Candy.
Per se. He was in a Coldplay video.
I wonder if they. I wonder if they'll get Lewis to play. Get Lewis Pullman to play.
Well, I mean, yes,
Right.
actually, they Lewis Pullman is in it.
He is gonna play Lone Star.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not playing Lone
Okay.
Star. Bill
That makes
Pullman
sense.
is playing Lone Star.
Oh, okay.
He's playing Starburst.
The son of Lone Star. Yeah.
So does that mean that he's
Okay.
going to go crazy and kill Lone Star?
Because
knows?
he's Starburst.
Because he's Starburst.
I don't know
Oh,
what that
maybe,
means.
or he's just going to be eating the dang candy the whole time. Who knows?
That's what I-
Well, or he's going to kill, I don't know who. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
But
have to see. Who's
so
in
far,
there.
the only people that IMDb lists are Kiki Palmer as Destiny, Lewis Pullman as Starburst, Bill Pullman as Lone Star, Mel Brooks as Yogurt,
Okay.
Rick Moranis as Dark Helmet. Did we know this
We
already?
did.
Okay.
We knew this.
Josh Gad in a mystery role, and Daphne Zuniga coming
Yeah.
back as Princess Vespa.
Nice. Yeah.
Maybe she should be General Vespa.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Josh Gad is writing the script with Mel Brooks, apparently.
But he's also someone in the
Yeah.
cast.
He is, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
no. What I'm saying is,
And
it's
he's a
no
producer.
surprise
Yeah.
that he's in it somewhere. Yeah.
Right.
is cool.
Sean, what would you like to talk about?
I'm going to
yeah.
talk about something that is not really on our list. It's kind of a rumor, but I have pictures to back up the
Uh-oh.
rumor. So I'm going to show you this. This is R2-D2. R2-D2 has Christmas lights all tangled up all over him. And this
He's
is
kinda big.
apparently a thing that is being...
He's up on a plinth.
He's on a little platform. Not really a plinth. Plinths are really taller than
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
He's on a little platform, and this is a Christmas decoration from Home Depot. He is a life-size R2-D2. He has light-up Christmas lights and dome and stuff like that. And he really does look like, if he's not full size, he's close to it, which is pretty great. And so they don't have a price on this yet. It says R2 is motion sensor activated and comes to life with lights and classic R2-D2 sounds. It moves forward and back while shining a projection of Princess Leia's image. R2-D2
Wow.
is perfect for the Star Wars fan in your life, a great conversation piece in any household with holiday accessories included.
my goodness.
R2-D2 is also perfect for any Halloween or Christmas display. So he may be out as early as Halloween, because what they did before, like we have a Yoda.
Too bad Sean already bought his Halloween decoration
I
for
know,
this year.
right? We have a Yoda, and the
Oh,
Yoda
man.
came with Halloween signs and with Christmas accessories, and so that's what they're doing with this here. So the head turns right and left, and there's a model number up here, and so whenever the Halloween display decorations go in earnest, I expect R2-D2 to show up. I fully expect him to be about $300.
And plinth is, in fact, the correct
At
word.
least.
Yeah, I always thought plinths were bigger.
A heavy base supporting a statue or vase, also the lowest member of a base, subbase, or block upon which the moldings of an architrave or trim are stopped at the bottom. So,
All right.
yes, it is a plinth.
All right. Well, every time I see plinth used, especially by people in England, it's usually a tall thing on which a plaque is mounted. So,
A plinth is the low, often simple and heavy base that a pedestal rests on or that supports an object, while a pedestal is the taller, more prominent structure, often shaft-like, that elevates something like a statue or column.
cool.
So the English people are all wrong.
I will go back in time and tell Douglas Adams he's hosed.
Well, there you go. But again, usage is everything,
Right.
so it's probably both.
Yeah, when we worked on
goodness.
Starship Titanic, they had a lot of things on plinths, and they were really pedestals, I suppose. So,
But if you
Oh,
use
see?
it enough, then it becomes real.
I
So,
guess that's true.
Yep.
Anyway, this is a pretty exciting little thing. It hasn't shown up anywhere that I'm aware of at Home Depot, and but news as it develops, because it's pretty great. But I'm almost certain it's going to be super expensive. So we'll have to see. I've already talked to my peeps that I know who work at Home Depot, going, "Did you get a discount?" So we'll have to see.
Oh, dear.
The number does actually pop up. That's in the listing here, except
Oh.
on the Home Depot site, it calls up an animated Tiffany Valentine doll from
Interesting.
Chucky. So
Gross.
yeah, we'll have to see. Who was that? Jennifer
Yeah, that's
Tilly.
not right.
I think Jennifer Tilly played that role.
Little bit cuckoo.
Oh.
Anyway,
Okay.
so if we figure out what the heck this thing is, and yeah, and there's nothing showing up here for R2-D2 yet. They're keeping
Okay.
tight lips on this.
Yeah. Gotta wait for it to roll around, I guess.
Yeah, but like their animated Chucky is $225.
Again, you already bought your Halloween thing.
I know. What I decided I wanted to add to the to our Halloween thing, although I'm looking at this for Christmas, baby. That's a Christmas thing. But Halloween is a dollhouse. We're going to build a dollhouse and make it
Oh,
a
okay.
haunted mansion. So I
Neato.
found a kit inexpensively. Now we got to put it together, but we got to wait for all this weekend stuff to be over with first, and my back to
Oh, that's
friggin'
true.
jump
Yeah, that'd be good.
back in. But yeah, I would. Our whole Christmas display is Star Wars. This would be a Christmas item for me. And
Oh,
not,
totally.
Not Halloween. So
Jeff?
There's a. I mean, I can't go real far into it because it's an interview. But there was an interview with Guillermo del Toro on his Frankenstein movie with Oscar Isaac and such, and he goes into a lot of what his creatures basically going to look like, but not telling you what he looks like, just kind of telling you that he's differing it from other versions because he used to draw this character in this, back when he was a kid in the 70s and 80s. And so he's been wanting to make Frankenstein for a long time. He's been wanting to make his version of Frankenstein, and It's all it's all practical effects. So he's not using CG or anything like that in the film. It's probably, he said it's around like 120 million, I think.
Wow.
Something like that. I think that's what he says the cost was.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, 120. He said it took around 120 days and cost around 120 million to make this. But he says it's not really he doesn't really classify it as a horror film. It's more, much like I don't really think of, and I think we talked about this at Universal, was that Frankenstein, even though it's a horror film, listed as one, it really isn't really a horror film in most regards that you think of today.
No.
Even compared to Dracula was a horror film. This was more of a tragic tale.
Well, it's science fiction, to be sure. But it, and in terms of horror, I mean, there are horrifying aspects of it, many of which I don't think we really understand these days, because we're used to seeing things where people have been reanimated against their will and all of that kind of stuff. I'm sure in the 30s it was quite shocking, and it was considered horror. Because nobody would want their body taken and reanimated, and all of the kind of stuff that Frankenstein was doing would be pretty horrifying, bearing in mind that we've got like 90 years of distance between us and the original movie. So
he said Frankenstein is a song of human experience. It's the story of a father and a son. Because that's kind of how it's. So that's what he's going with.
Okay.
Because it's like, because he's basically making Frankenstein. He's the creator of this, of the creature. So
Frankenstein. I like different takes on Frankenstein. It's nice to tell a different story than the one we've seen over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to see this. So
there is a Highlander remake coming out, directed by Chad Stahelski. Sorry.
I don't know.
Which I wonder whether he has the sort of artistic vision that the director of the Highlander from the 80s did, 1986 film. At any rate, that's not what the story is about.
Hard to say.
Excuse me?
Russell Mulcahy did the one in the 80s, and he was a music video director, so he put that sensibility into the movie.
And it was a beautiful movie in that way. Like the scene changes were, and the fades and things were just gorgeous. So the movie is going to star Henry Cavill as Connor McLeod, and it's got Russell Crowe as Ramirez and Dave Bautista as the Kurgan.
Really?
Yeah.
What's interesting is that it says
odd choice.
This article was clearly written by somebody who doesn't know the Highlander, because they said Ramirez and Dave Bautista as a warrior named the Kurgan. And then someone named Marissa Abella has a leading role.
She's Brenda.
I was going to say she's probably Brenda. So they announced that Karen Gillan is going to be the what is her name? Heather McLeod's mortal life.
Heather, yeah.
Okay, well, so
wife and love of his wife.
Real Scott.
Can't
so
say.
Very nice.
And Karen Gillan tweeted when the Hollywood Reporter announced that Karen Gillan was joining the cast. Karen Gillan replied to that tweet with one that said, "Dialect coach can sit this one out."
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
I want to know who is playing Rachel. It was Connor's assistant,
secretary,
in the antique store,
and also his daughter, right?
Well, no, so sort of adopted daughter, because in the original, he couldn't have kids. As it was
because he was a Highlander and
right,
not a human.
which was a problem with Heather, and so they discussed that. But
Yeah.
He rescued Rachel from the Nazis in World War II.
Right, and those are all deleted scenes.
They're all deleted scenes,
Yeah.
and I really hope they kind of put that back in.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Because
Yeah.
that was pretty great. I gotta say, I really love the original Highlander. The sequels are like crap, whatever.
Yeah.
The first one was nearly a perfect movie in my mind. This is a really hard sell for me.
Me too. I mean, first of all, I am dubious of the director. So I don't even know his work, but I'm like, could he possibly be as good as the director from the original?
Okay, well, so
Hard to say.
He directed John Wick.
That means nothing
This
to
is
me.
the director.
Yeah.
He did stunts.
Oh.
He did stunts on The Matrix.
I just
Okay.
feel like these are all like stunt heavy things and
I get
doesn't do
that.
anything to address the beauty.
They are.
Like the scene where the I can't remember in which order this was, but they were going from the past into the present.
Yes.
And in the past,
Yeah.
they jumped into a lake and it panned down the lake, like down through the water,
Yeah.
and became the fish tank
Yeah.
in his
It
present.
was the other
apartment.
way. They
okay.
pushed into the fish tank, raised up to the water line, and the water line was Sean Connery and Christopher
It's just-
Lambert
it's
on a boat. It was great.
beautiful.
Or
Yeah.
the crossfade between one of the characters' eyes and a Mona Lisa mural on a building.
Yeah, now it makes me want to go watch Highlander again.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
artistically assembled, and
And all
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
totally.
sequels have just been such crap.
right,
So-
right.
Yeah.
So
I had heard that this was like the first of a trilogy or something that they're trying to do, and I hope that they're doing that it's not going to be we're just going to remake the first movie, second movie, blah blah blah.
right.
And also, darn it, what is his name? Dave Bautista. He does ridiculous really well,
Yes,
but not in the same
Yeah.
way that Sean Connery did it.
I
so
have yet to
that would
see.
be interesting.
Well, but he's not playing Sean Connery's
Well, he's
character.
Oh, the Kurgan.
He's the
He's the
Kurgan.
Kurgan.
Oh, yeah.
And so
No.
my problem with Dave Bautista, and I like him.
He'll be too silly for
I
the
like
Kurgan.
him as an actor. I have yet to see him be truly, truly menacing.
Yeah.
in
And
a
the
role.
Kurgan is very scary.
Right. And Clancy
And
Brown just
It's Russell Crowe who's playing Ramirez.
yes,
And
he'll be fine.
Yeah.
That'll be okay.
I guess.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
He's got a real
Now,
accent.
I
He'll
mean,
be
I've
fine.
been wrong in the past when people have remade things that I've been like, before it came out, I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to go see it. And then, years later, I did see it, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
no, that was really good.
yeah.
So,
So this director,
I don't know.
Chad Stahelski, he's got 8 projects coming out, of which the first
Popular
one
guy.
is Highlander. He's got 5 directed projects under his name, which include all the John Wick movies. So,
Oh. Okay.
I've heard nothing but good things about them, but I haven't seen them. But they're all action-centric.
Oh,
And
okay.
then everything else, the 78,
Oh yeah.
78 other credits he's got to his name, are all action-related. Deadpool 2, The Wolverine,
Yeah.
The Expendables, Sherlock Holmes, Spy Kids, Tron Legacy, Iron Man 2. He did do
Yeah.
stunts on the Speed Racer movie, which I liked.
the Speed Racer movie was
Yeah.
good.
And he goes back far enough.
And that was another, I didn't think Speed Racer movie was going to be any good.
Right.
I was
we,
wrong.
We thought it was going to suck. Anyway, and he goes
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
to 1993 with his experience in the stunt world.
Mhm.
Although he
I-
did work on
Well-
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, he the visual style of what he does with the John Wick movies, it is action, whatever. So it I think it look wise, it has a very similar look to say the quote unquote real world and the Matrix,
Right.
but but they're very high action, very high action films
And
too.
well, and from what I've seen of the John Wick stuff, They tend to look very much like comic book frames. The lighting, the colors, the framing looks like each shot is a comic book. That could work in his favor with this, and I think if he brings that sensibility to Highlander, he can put his own mark on it without copying Russell Mulcahy, and it would probably be okay.
Yeah.
You know, certainly the John Wick movies have nothing but high marks. They're all like 7.5, which is pretty good. So.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. I've seen them all. They're really good. Yes.
All right. So fingers crossed. You know, Russell Mulcahy really hadn't done movies before he did Highlander, either. He had just done music videos.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be good.
Sean, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, let's see here. I'm I don't know. Jimmy Carter, former president of the United States and overall nice guy who seemed to have a better career outside of the Oval Office than in it, is getting a forever stamp for him. He was the 39th president, of course. He just died about a year and a half ago. No, not even that. He hasn't even died a year ago. December of last year, at the age of 100. It's kind of a really fast turnaround for a stamp for someone who just recently passed away. But Jimmy Carter basically has a legacy of being awesome. He left the Oval Office. He did a lot of charity. Built houses up until the end with Habitat to Humanity. He was always on the work site. He was always helping out. He was always doing stuff for the community. I can't think of anybody more deserving, certainly, to get it. And at this point in time, I think it's nice to really represent a president who has the best interest of the citizens at heart. I think we kind of need that bump right now because I'm not feeling it from the current administration. So this will be nice. It's going to come out starting October 1st in Atlanta on what would have been Jimmy Carter's 101st birthday. So, and of course, because the U.S. Postal Service, you'll be able to get your own copies later on in the month.
Cool.
Jeff, you got another one in you?
Yes, sure. So I did see the Predator prequel film Prey on Hulu, released Hulu. It was really good. It's to me, it's like I actually like it more than the original Predator movie, but that's me.
I heard it was very good.
There's a new one there's a new one coming out, same director, and I'm not sure where it lands. I'm guessing it's more sequel territory to like the first movie or the second movie, whatever. But same director, Dan Trachtenberg. That comes out in theaters on November 7th, but they're doing a prequel story, a one-shot comic written by Ethan Sachs, and a forward written by Trachtenberg. That is all going to be give you the tie-in prequel comic, one-shot, and that'll come out on November 12th. So it looks pretty cool. I mean, I do want to see this and see how it turns out and see what how this all plays out, because it does look really neat. I think Elle Fanning's character, is probably a synthetic, so to speak, like an alien. So or say Blade Runner, whatever, which or a replicant kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. I think they're going with synthetic since they've already blended the Alien and Predator universes together. But in any case, yeah. So we'll see. It looks good.
Cool. Sean, I don't know if you want to get one more in before you wrap us up.
There's this weird thing that took us a little while to sort of suss out what the heck it was. and it's a movie, and it features
Sort of a movie.
DK Metcalf, Renzi Felix, Haley Steinfeld, Ron Perlman, Doug Lyman is directing this thing, and it's a thriller called Asteroid, which is going to be presented in Venice at the Venice Film Festival in their immersive showcase, and they're calling this an XR thriller. And I got to tell you, this has been driving me nuts trying to figure out what the heck XR is. And what it is Android XR, which is a platform that Google is putting together. And so tablets, watches, TVs, cars, it's a sort of an OS kind of thing, like Android OS, that is now incorporating extended reality into it. Headsets, glasses. So it's their answer to like Oculus, the VR headset and things like that. And so any of these devices, if you have XR glasses, you have XR headsets, you'll be able to see this film in a completely immersive environment. So you can look around, you can see everything that the characters see, and it's interesting, but man, has this whole thing been really confusing, because it just
the headline was awful.
And you got to explain what XR is. And if you don't, you're just completely lost.
They didn't at all. Yeah.
Right. And so, I mean, we've seen lots of other VR thing. Apple VR kind of tanked, I think. Oculus, I think, is still going pretty well. I'm using the original version that still seems to be working okay, if slowly. Some of the newer games are having a hard time with it. But the this is going to require extra gear, and we'll have to see how it works, because sometimes these things can be shown on a screen that you can mouse around and look around and that kind of thing. So it depends how they want to distribute this thing. But if you're watching it on glasses or a headset, all you got to do is turn your head and look around, and that's kind of cool. But they're trying to do everything almost in like the 3D fad. Remember the 3D fad of the 50s, and they came back in the 80s. Of course, we've enjoyed 3D stuff for the past couple decades, where they've been trying to bring that back, 3D TVs and things like that. This almost kind of seems like that. You need very specialized gear for it. And do we really need to see a movie in this kind of environment? There are theaters which are doing extended view movies where you watch the screen, and around the screen are additional environmental things trying to make you feel involved in it. I'm not entirely sure that's a thing. And in full disclosure, I have a tendency to sit up and as close as I can to the screen comfortably, so that I don't see the edges of the screen. That's just a me thing. Also that I'm blind as a bat. I don't really need to have things extending past beyond the screen, because I'm completely focused on the screen. So I don't know. This will either be stupendous or stupid. I can't tell. It's either going to be great or awful,
that's a tough one.
And we won't know until it comes out. But they're gonna show it at the Venice Film Festival, and let's see what kind of reviews it gets.
Yeah,
could be interesting.
Okay, cool. Oh, and Aubrey had asked me about that short little 20-something second video at the end of the show. That's up to you guys if you want to do it or not. But
you want me to show it?
Yeah.
Let me go find it here.
Sure.
It's in our little messenger.
It's like it's just before all the pictures I sent. I think it was like the first thing. So,
okay.
Anyway, it's right up there.
Well,
like your fish and tree.
Hang on. Let me.
There's a reason.
Flip this. And I will let you explain it. Certainly. So Jeff is armed with a puppet, if you're wondering what the heck that thing is.
Yes. Yes.
She wants to hurt it so bad.
Look, there's another dingo behind me. He's a big dingo. Look at that dingo over there. Look at the big one. The little dingo puppy.
Oh, so good.
Like your fish and treats. Hey?
Bruce the shark.
Yep.
And Ahsoka the puppy.
So, yeah, I brought Bruce with me to Disney. He's now residing at the Nemo ride for now, so I can do that to talk to kids at the entrance.
Oh, did they let you
cool.
do that? That's pretty cool.
But yeah, yep, because it's a Disney product, they're fine.
Nice.
So, but yeah, our little girl Ahsoka passed away yesterday, and that's why I want to do the little video there.
How old was she?
So, she's only a little over 2.
Oh my gosh, that's
But,
that's too
yeah.
young.
Yeah. So, but we still got all the memories. So
Yeah, well, sad news for sure.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's and that was like kind of a surprise. Like you took 2 of the dogs into the vet, and that was not
No.
the outcome expected. So
no, there was a bit more into it, why, and I don't really get into that, but just wanted people to know she passed away, but we're fine.
well, condolences to the
We're doing
family.
okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Definitely sad.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, we
Thank
will
you.
be back next week, so come on down. For you guys who stayed with us tonight, we're very grateful. All sorts of folks over on chat. I know Eric is still here, and Talon Thorne, and Laura
Yeah.
and Chris, and lots of folks still hanging out. Thank you. Glad for your company. We will. I will be on the air tomorrow for Docking Bay 94. I'm sorry. Good morning, Tatooine. My back still hurts. My brain not engaging.
Hey,
So that's 9 a.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
That's 12 p.m. Eastern time. And you're welcome to join
Yeah.
me for 2 hours to hang out there. And then, of course, we'll be back again next week. And for those of you guys who watched on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch, thank you so much. And for liking and subscribing and any of those kind of things that happen. And we're always glad for your company.
I'm calling
Yeah.
Kaylee Crosby.
this is Jeff Sewell Donoho.
I'm Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby, as always.
May
May
the force be with
May
you.
the force be with you.
There are some credits up here for you video people. We'll see you later, video people.